and we're going to kick off and we're going to talk about how to target the next billion new users coming to Google Play. Mohsin, over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, good afternoon. First of all, thank you very much. I am Mohsin Ali, CEO and co-founder of Hazel Mobile. Presentation either nahi? No presentation here. Can you guide me? Oh, fine. Thank you. So we start our presentation. Here is our mission. So we elaborate our mission in our next slide. Basically, Hazel Mobile, I am here to introduce the Hazel Mobile. Basically, Hazel Mobile is a mobile games and application development and publishing company. So our vision is that to target the next billion new user on the Play Store. To achieve our mission, so our approach is that we start to run the campaigns on the Google Ads, Facebook. So these approaches give us a lot of relevant or valuable users and ads to improve the ROI. So here are our some results. Globally, we have achieved 1.2 billion downloads, and our year-to-year growth is 257%, and our total team is 230. Here are some of our achievements. First is our FPS shooting game. In our FPS shooting game, we have totally achieved the 200 million downloads. Best thing in this game was that I remember when we launched the first launch on the Play Store, its size was very less. I remember it's around the 20 MB size. Next is the bus simulation game, so it's the very realistic type simulation game. And third is the tuk-tuk. It's the represent our local culture, like India culture, Pakistan culture, Thai culture. So phone cleaner is also a good achievement. According to my knowledge, it's the first application from the Pakistan region which have achieved the 50 million plus downloads in the phone cleaner category. So next is the oil tanker game. It's also the local trend, but it's the Gulf targeted countries. Next is the QR scanner. So for our business growth, here are some of our best approaches. First is that we to aim the next billion new user. To target the new billion new user, we deliver the best user experience to the user, which is very less familiar with the hardcore games or the application sites. So it's the simple, we target to give the simple gameplay or the less size games, these type of things in our first points. Secondly, we are more focused on the Android side. Majorly 90 to 95% our portfolio is on the Android side. Third is that we try to best to optimize the ads or in-app things or subscription things to improve the ROI. So we have good expertise to improve the 2x ROI. So lower the CPI cost, day one retention, and the user acquisition. So here is our best approaches to achieve our goals and to improve our business models. So this is the part of my presentation. Next, I like to call Vikas to elaborate our next processes. Thank you very much, guys.
Hello everyone. My name is Vikas. I am the CTO of Hazel Mobile. As Mohsin mentioned, that we have acquired almost 1.2 billion downloads all across the globe. And how can we target these countries, and how can we acquire the users and profitable our business? I will like to discuss about approach, how to we can maximize our ROI. This is our approach. First, there are three pillars. First one is development. Second one is acquisition or growth, and third one is monetization. So, as you know, Hazel Mobile is a game development company, and our mainly focus is on ads. Our main portfolio is on ads. We have very less in-app purchases revenue. We acquire user through Google Ads. We publish mainly our products are on Google Play. Like 95% of, as Mohsin mentioned, that 95% of downloads are coming from Google Play. And we monetize our products from AdMob only. We are not working with the other ad network right now, but it's time right now. We have to diversify our ad network from AdMob to other ad networks. But in previous all years, we are working on Google AdMob. And to understand our markets and insights, we add business intelligence powered by Google Studio, and we have created and analyze our user base by Google Firebase. Google Firebase is very insightful tool that can leverage user performance and track user history like retention, session time, funnels, these type of things. And even we are working on new products of Google Ads, that is TRS campaigns and action-based campaigns. That is more likely when you are on mature level, you have to focus on ARO campaigns or TRS campaigns. Here is our product development life cycle. Our product development life cycle based on 4 steps. First is market analysis. Second one is development. Third one is test and analyze. And fourth one is launch and grow. In first step, first we have to analyze our market. What is our competitor? What we want to make, which product we want to make. As we have almost 100 plus products in our portfolio, every time we launch a game, we first start market analysis. What are the gaps in the market? Like if Mohsin mentioned about FPS shooting game, there are a lot of FPS shooting game on the Play Store. What we can do in our FPS shooting game, what is the differentiate, and what is the gap in the current market in FPS shooting game. As we analyzed before 2 years, its size thing is very important, and we are working a lot about size. Our product size is very less. It's almost in the start is 30 MB and 20 MB, but after that, step by step, gradually increase of quality and these type of things. Now, right now, its size is 37%. 37%, 37 MB size. So we have we get the gap, that is the size is very much huge in all the products available on Google Play. We work very hard to reduce the size, and each and every compressions and optimization we do about size. There is the item is just not about size. There are a lot of gaps in the market in different products. Like some products, there is a huge in-app purchases, and there is less focus on ads. You can play with ads. Even in some products, there is a gap. Like user reviews are very much added that this is very complex application, or this is very user cannot understand this game very well. So the gap is you have to make application or game that is very simple and easy to understand for user. There are a lot of gaps in the market. Second, we start our development procedure. In the development procedure, we are very focused about scalability and modifiable item. That if you are working on any product, you have to focus that it can be scaled from 1 million downloads to 100 million downloads. So normally you have to focus on development lifecycle, that it can be easily modifiable and scalable for all next upcoming updates and your thoughts. Third one is when product is ready, we launch this application or game on soft launch basis. In the soft launch, we are checking about user progression, funnels, and retention number, so that if it's up to the mark, then we go to the hard launch. Otherwise, we will iterate our updates on different updates, like to improve the retention numbers, session times, vitals, that is very critical right now on Google Play, and benchmark data. Benchmark data, that is a comparison of your peer sets and your peers and your products. If retention number of your peer set is probably day one is 50%, so your benchmark is 50%. You have to achieve either 50% or more than 50%. After all the checking and soft launches, we move towards full launch and start acquisition on different channels. As in previous, I mentioned that we are just focusing on Google Ads, but right now there is a point we have to focus on different user acquisition channels provided in market. We launch our product worldwide and start user acquisition. After acquisition, there is some point when product got mature and has a level of maturity. So at that level, you have to focus on high quality users, like by using TRS campaigns, AROS campaign, and action-based campaigns. Even you can use re-engagement campaigns in your product. This is our showcase that we are mostly focused on in-app ads, IAA, and we are less focused on in-app purchases right now, because our top markets are India, Indonesia, Turkey, and Brazil. Tier 1 country user base is less, and we are focusing on more applications that can be diversified on Tier 1 market. And our main revenue stream is coming from Google Ads. Almost 90% revenue is coming on Google Ads, and 10% is other networks. This is our user acquisition strategy that we are following. It's 95% user is Google Play, and 5% only is on iOS. We are more focused on Google Play right now. And we are not just a gaming company, we are also have a non-gaming application products. Almost 40% revenue is coming from our applications, and 60% of revenue is coming from gaming products. Here are best practices that you can follow if you are launching any product or starting a business in gaming and application strategy. If you have to launch and successfully make a revenue stream, you have to more focus on CPIs. How can we reduce the CPIs, and how can we improve the lifetime values of our products? Here are some best practices. First, you have to run user acquisition campaigns on Google Ads, even its install-based campaigns. When you have launched your application, first you have to focus on your product size and audience size. So there is less focus on in-app actions and TRS campaigns. You have to focus on app installs first. After running in-app install volume campaigns, we have to diversify. When you have enough volume and user base, we have to focus on ARO campaigns that can lead to optimize your ROI and increase your profitability. Second tip is that whenever you use acquisitions or campaigns, you have to very keen and focus on ad creatives. Ad creatives are very much important in lowering the CPI. So there are a lot of ad groups in our products. Some ad groups are focusing on text-based, some are on focusing on image-based, and some of our videos. Right now, videos creatives are very popular and leading to very lower CPIs. Second one is that in the videos, especially, you have to prioritize on landscape videos ranging from 10 second to 30 second duration. Third one is bid and budget. To lower your CPI, you have to more focus on your bid and budget, very important, and observe your bid value. Like bid value is 50x more than your target budget. And you have to focus on fire-based bidding. that will allow you to run campaigns not just on Google installs, but session start. Session start mean you only track and you only will be conversion will be marked when user will start sessions. Otherwise, in the previous history, Firebase bidding, when Firebase bidding is not available, your conversion marked as conversion when user install the game, and even it didn't open, it's not it make a conversion. But in Firebase bidding, when a user start the session of your gameplay, it will be marked as conversion. Second thing is that don't optimize and too much rapid changes in your campaigns. Our best practices is that not before 2 weeks we didn't change bid and budgets too many two x. It's just 20% of changes of your campaign in every 2 weeks. Last, that is very important for every business is ROI. So focusing on ROI, we are making some analysis on weekly and bi-weekly basis. After 2 weeks, we make analysis in which country country is providing more ROI. We are increasing the budgets in those countries, and which country is have lower ROI. We decrease budget in those countries after 2 weeks. And we increase our budget depending upon the recommendation whenever it's marked as limited as budget by budget in the Google Ads campaigns. Here is our portfolio. Here is our success story of FPS shooting game. This is a Play Store game. It's almost 200 plus million downloads right now, and more than 2 or 3 million daily active users. And we achieve 100 million downloads of this game in first 11 months. And this is our #1 top free action game. And in previous months, it's almost ranked as top free in almost 44 countries around the globe. Its every session time and engagement time is 45 minutes. User normally play 45 minutes combined session average. And the current, it's the old stat, current stat is that 37, its total APK size is 37 MB right now. So here are 3 takeaways of this session. First is focus on emerging markets with tier 1 markets. Normally in the all countries and in all companies, they are more focused on tier 1 markets. But along with the tier 1 market, we have to focus on emerging markets like India, Indonesia, Brazil, these type of Turkey, these type of countries very nominal CPIs and have very good exposure on user base. Second takeaway is for emerging markets, you have to focus to lower your CPIs. Whenever you have a lower CPI, you can optimize and scale your product very well. If CPI is very high, it's hard to increase budgets and get user acquisition very fast. Third one is competitor analysis and data-driven testing. Whenever you launch a campaign, you have very solid analysis about the competition, what is the gaps in the product and in the market, and you have to focus on your data like retention numbers, session times, and user funnels. Hope you have enjoyed our presentation. This is our QR code. If we are open for partnership and publishing from every company, if you are a developer, we are publishing company, and we are open for every partnerships. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was fascinating. A couple of things I wanted to ask you, because there's a couple of things in there which I've had different experiences. So you talked about focusing on the landscape video,
Yeah.
whereas I've always found working on a portrait video to be much more successful. And the reason I say that is because when I'm reaching out, I'm normally reaching out, whether it's a Facebook or it's a other kind of platform, people are normally holding their phones in a vertical way and it's on a mobile device, I would expect to see a portrait one. But you're using landscape. How come?
Yeah, good question. The answer is that whenever you focus on campaigns on Google Ads, it's mostly their best practices is to run campaigns on video creatives. That is most important. Landscape video get more result and more install volumes.
So that's on, is that like using it through YouTube kind of experiences?
Yeah, it's a recommendation by Google Ads.
So I think it's an interesting one.
If I want to more add one more thing. If you are targeting on TikTok and Facebook, then your priority must be changed from landscape to portrait.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because I think your focus on Google Ads is not unique, but it's something I've tended to avoid doing one just platform. I tend to use kind of more social platforms first and then expand later. And I would then go into platforms like the Iron Source, Unity, well, the same thing now. But I'd go into the sort of mediation type platforms to kind of expand, whether it's app loving or whatever, to expand in game ads as a sort of later stage.
Yeah.
But sounds like you're just sticking with Google Ads as your whole journey. Yeah. Are you experimenting with other options, or did this particular one just work? Yeah. Therefore, why change?
Yeah. First, as we mentioned, in 3 years we are just focusing on Google things that we have very good number of organic downloads, and we focus on organic downloads. That's why we've just focused on Google Ads. But at that point, when Google algorithm already changed and product competition is very much in the market, so you have to diversify your acquisitions and monetization from all over different channels like Max mediation and Iron Source mediation for monetization. And if you are focusing on acquisition, you have to focus on like different channels of acquisition, probably Unity ads, Iron Source, because they are very competitive in terms of ROS campaigns. So now the time is that competition is very much, you have to explore, and even we are also exploring these channels in our upcoming projects.
And I think this whole area is fascinating because it's so evolving. Ever since we lost IDFA back in the days when Apple 14.5 changed the rules on data collection, particularly GDPR, and also in the UK there's one called AADC, so Age Appropriate Design Code, which has lots of other ramifications and very expensive if you breach, but I won't bore you with that for now. But what I think is it's changed so much. So what we find in terms of like a lot of the other platforms, the social platforms, particularly the loss of the Apple data has not just affected Apple users, it's affected our ability to target non-Apple users too. It's actually affected our ability to target Android users. Are you, from the impression I'm getting, is because it's Google, are we finding there's less impact in the Google Ads space than maybe some of the other platforms? Is that fair?
It's impacting very much in current scenario. Right now we have more focus on Google Play, but after some months privacy policy changes and ATSS is coming so on Google Play as well. So it's hard to focus on one channel. You have to diversify, and even in the iOS scan thing is very important, and every user is very important about privacy. So it will be very impacting on products as well, and it will increase your acquisition cost as well.
Yeah, and I think we should all respect that it's a good thing that we're treating client data, player data with the due diligence, the privacy that they should have. But we have to also accept that it's going to make our acquisition process a lot harder and more complicated.
Yeah, correct.
But for me, that's why I'm moving away from the shorter-term ad-funded model to more of a hybrid model. So most of what we do is about long-term retention. And in particular, I think it's really interesting when you start looking at why would someone keep spending on a game 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days after they first get it. And that transition is not just a transition in model, it's also a transition in mindset and design. But anyway, I could bore you forever on that.